So morning everyone, how you doing today? Off to Barton Airport again today. So what it is the grand opening of the 747 deck for doors to manual today. So we're going back there today to film it, and hopefully they have said, I know they're going to be busy, but they have said that we can have an interview with one of them today. So hopefully that happens. If it doesn't, it's one of them things. I understand it's busy, it's grand opening day. We did try and get one early in the week, but we couldn't because with them being so busy, which we understand and respect. So I'm going to go and pick a friend up today who's helping me do some filming with this today. His name's Mark. So with that said and done, let's go and get Mark and then get on the way. See you in a bit, guys.
Been a while.
It has, morning.
Howdy.
You excited about today?
Yeah, it's been better.
Been better?
Yeah.
You sure?
Joking.
So this is Mark, guys.
Morning.
He's helping me today. So, further ado, let's get going. So guys, just arrived at Barton Airport now. Gonna have a little mooch around. Mark's not been here before, so I'm going to show him around a bit and show him where the doors to manual hangar is, and pop in and see if the guys are there yet already. Head up to the viewing platform that you've seen last time, around the tower and everything, and then hopefully the bar and grill open and grab a coffee. So catch you in a few, guys. Right guys, so we've just gone and had a coffee at the bar and grill here. Highly recommend it. The coffee was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's not bad. The food's not bad either, to be honest with you. So if you're ever up here, pop in there. We're just making our way down now to doors to manual. So guys, we're here now on the deck. It was 5 weeks ago. It was the 11th of August when the arrival happened, which you'll see in the footage now. Literally outside the hangar now. So in 5 weeks they've turned this around. It's absolutely epic in what they've done in 5 weeks. Brilliant. So without any more announcements, here's the deck. So here you see me opening and closing the door, which was part of the original 747 from where doors to manual got the deck from. So for a small fee, why don't you have a go yourself? So as we walk down the side now, you can see these amazing posters that they have. You know, the history of flight, the history of Boeing, the history of the 747, the history of British Airways, and they also have one amazing poster of the evolution of the deck. As you look on the walls here, you also see some amazing posters of the cockpit layouts, and they also have some amazing pieces of aircraft that you can see. So a very proud moment for myself here is that you will get to see my deck arrival vlog amongst Noel Phillips's Race the Deck vlog and also Erlana's live arrival of the deck vlog. So while also visiting the deck, why don't you check out the shop that they have here? They have some amazing aviation memorabilia for sale. So you guessed it, it's that time, it's boarding time. So come with me now while we board the 747 deck. I hope you enjoy it, guys. Drew, can you tell us all about Doors to Manual, how you got to this point of getting hold of the 747 deck?
Yeah, so I try to say I'm not an aviation geek, but whenever COVID hit and all the 747s started to be scrapped, I bought a couple of windows from some of the ones down in Dathan, and then the opportunity came for me to purchase the Varga Girl from the side of the last Virgin Atlantic 747, which was G-Vast, which I have in my living room, which is 3.5 meters long. And I went in search of some Thomas Cook parts because I flew on Thomas Cook for one of my holidays previously, and I suddenly had this thought of, gosh, we're missing a trick here of all these people who are interested in these planes that are getting scrapped and turned into Coke cans, and actually there's not that many companies out there doing anything to save parts of them and turn them into key rings and stuff. So over a whirlwind 24 hours, my business partner Anya and I set up Doors to Manual, and we had it going within 7 days, and probably 5 months in we met Mike. So Mike, we'll let Mike introduce himself, but Mike's came on board as part of the whole deck project, and also assists with a lot of the Doors to Manual, which Mike can talk about. So I think Doors to Manual has done exceedingly well in its first year. We're a year and a half in, but we wanted to do something different. We wanted to step change the business, mainly because Anya and I have a full-time job, and we love what we do in terms of full-time job, and we wanted to have a team that could get involved and run Doors to Manual for us, but it needed to make more money. So we thought, well, what better than to try and do something which started the whole thing, being the 747. So we contacted our friends down at the Scrappers in Kemble, and negotiated trying to buy a section of one, which is BYGA, and here we are standing on board the deck. So yeah, that dream sort of started around January of this year, and has now become a reality today of opening up.
It's not bad, is it?
So we're just looking forward to getting the flight sim open, getting the event centre moving, and seeing what next.
So when's the flight sim? You're looking at for the flight sim up and running?
As for anybody who's seen in the flight deck today, so the screens are in both outside and inside. The controls are not connected yet, so the throttle, the yoke, the landing gear levers, all that type of thing. So all the software is in. We have to connect the hardware, which is going to be next week. A lot of testing has to happen, but I guess the good news is we're gonna do little steps and invite people in for little 15-minute periods, which are like nice cheap packages to maybe do a takeoff, do a landing without, and that will appeal to people who don't want to spend 150, 200 pounds on a simulator. So hopefully we'll get that up and running the next 4 to 6 weeks, but obviously we'll be announcing all that on social media.
Cool. Look forward to that.
So maybe just Mike can maybe say a few words as how you got involved.
So yeah, I mean, we started off in a much smaller way than Drew. We were doing display frames for bits of aircraft skins, basically to sort of enhance, just instead of a piece of skin. And Drew got in touch with us to talk about whether we'd be interested in supplying Doors to Manual. That was in about October last year, and I think we've been on a bit of a journey. We've developed loads of products together. We do things like the tail fins, the keyring tags, and all sorts. And we've just grown our relationship over the last certainly in the last sort of 7 or 8 months, and it's just gone from strength to strength. And then Drew, gave us an opportunity to say, do you want to come and get involved in the deck? And who wouldn't? So I'm fortunate enough to be. I'm an ex-BA engineer from a very long time ago, so the idea to get involved and to do something like this has been fab. and I've just been allowed to tinker with it as well. So stuff like getting the lights working, you know, looking at what we can do in the flight deck, looking at what we can do in terms of with the seats and the entertainment systems and all that. So it's just been great fun. It's just been, you know, and to be here from where we were 5 or 6 weeks ago, and the amount of, well, to be fair, the amount of work that Drew and Kaz have put in to get it here, it's just been phenomenal.
Well, that's what I mean. I was here for the arrival of it just over 5 weeks ago now, and the state of the plane when it arrived compared to what it is now, it's like you've bought a completely different plane.
Because we did that, not we don't.
Well, that for me, that's what it looks like. You know, I walked in, the seats were everywhere. It looked, the cockpit was a shambles because it was wiring hanging down and everything. And turned up now, and it's like a different plane completely. And you guys have done an amazing job.
And it's the experience, isn't it? Just walking on, the lights, the music, being able to sit in the seats, pop the TV screens out, do all the little things you would do normally when you get on a plane. And you can see people's kind of eyes light up when you walk up the ramp and you come on, and it's just that little experience. And seen the boarding cart, you know, all the little bits. We tried to make it feel like you know, you're going on a trip.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, you guys have done a fantastic job with it. I'm pleased to say you've done an amazing job. I'm glad to be proud of, you know, vlogging it the whole bit from start to finish now. So I can't wait to get this out there for you, and good luck in the future with everything. And take it easy, guys.
Yeah, I used to fly these. I've flown these for 18 years, and retired now, so I'm just here basically helping out the team with a little bit of information about the aeroplane. I've actually flown this one. This was back in the last time I flew it. I think it retired in about 2020. But I last flew it in 2017. Brought it back from San Francisco.
Nice.
So I've actually got this one in my logbook, along with lots of others. I think I've flown probably all 56 or 57 aeroplanes that BA had at the time. I'm just helping out today with the launch of them. Just basically here, answering questions that anybody might have. To really give an insight into what the aeroplane was like, and to come up with any sort of suggestions if people come and say, well, you know, how do I get into the airline industry? You know, a couple of youngsters have been here asking questions about wanting to become pilots, which is great stuff, and hopefully there'll be lots of opportunities for them to pursue it. Just actively encourage them to do so, and give them a few pointers and a few suggestions as to how they might want to go about doing that.
How was it to fly the 747 as a plane?
It was lovely. It was great. It's an unusual aeroplane because of how high off the ground it is compared to a lot of other aeroplanes. So when you first get on it, you look out the window, and obviously you don't get the same vision as you've got here today, but you're so far off the ground that you're looking down on top of the fuselage of a lot of the other airplanes that you've previously been on.
Because of the height.
You know, once you got in the air, it was absolutely delightful. It was very forgiving. Used to glide through turbulence, and especially sat up here. It was just like on a cushion of air, which is exactly what it was at the time. But you always felt comfortable and safe, and I've not heard anybody at all say that they didn't like flying on the 747.
Me personally, I flew, my first experience was on a 200. I went on 747-200, that was my first one. And then I got looking to go on the Virgin 747s, the 400 series. So I've been fortunate to be on a couple of different variants, and yeah, they are beautiful planes to fly on.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever been on a flight deck though, of a 747.
Okay.
I'd never got chance previously to go on a flight deck of a 747. So it's like a nice big tick box now for me that I've been on one.
Yeah. And what do you think?
I think they're amazing. They don't. It does feel a little bit small compared for a big plane in here, but it's still plenty of room though, isn't it? It is really big.
Yeah.
You
A lot
know,
of
it is
people
big.
say that. But what you have to bear in mind, of course, is that like all other aircraft, it's got to be structured so that whichever seat you're sat in, you're going to be able to reach all of the switches and all the controls.
Yeah. Is it just Easy Flew or just the 747s?
No. I flew a variety of other aeroplanes.
So what other airplanes did you manage to fly then?
This was the last one
Yeah.
I flew. And this is probably the most memorable one because
Yeah.
it's an iconic aeroplane anyway, isn't it?
It is a shame they're not around anymore now.
Really good.
It's a beautiful aircraft. It is just a shame, like, but it's a beautiful aircraft. And there we go. Nice loo review there. Nice flowers. It's all nice and clean and tidy. Unfortunately, they haven't got plumbing in here, so you can't use the toilet. So you... So that was the 747 deck, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it as much as what I did. Now let's get to the grand opening with Noel Phillips and Drew from the deck.
Guys, thank you very much for coming to the opening of the Deck 747. We really appreciate it. It's been a long, hard 6 weeks, especially for a few of us who have tried to transform this. So for those of you who've been in, I hope you agree that we've done a half-decent job already, and we've made the aircraft look really good, especially for you guys here. So you can spend as much time in the hangar with us, and watch out for updates on our social media as well. So the flight sim should be open in the next couple of months for some taster sessions, and also from an events perspective. So we're going to be opening up this side for weddings, conferences, all that type of thing. So do spread the word and follow our social media and our website. Thanks again for coming, and I hope you really enjoy your day. So I'm just going to head over to Noel. Noel's going to say a couple of words, and then he's going to officially come over for us.
Absolutely. So thank you, Drew, for inviting me to come up here. It's really cool. BA, obviously the BA 747 is such an iconic aircraft anyway, and as part of the British Airways fleet, it's obviously been going for a very, very long time. So it's absolutely amazing that you've invited me to help me to open this. Video coming out next week of me actually racing this thing. Drew's got it playing as a sneak preview over there. So yeah, it's just amazing to be a part of it. It's great that you've been able to get this 747 to the point where people can start enjoying it again, and it's actually still serving the community like it has done for so many years. Formally declare it open, I guess.
If you want to, anybody who hasn't registered, if you just want to queue up here, and we'll get you through.
So we're done at the day for the deck now. Absolutely fantastic launch. They've done an absolute epic job, what they've done in 5 weeks. It is absolutely brilliant, and there's still more to come because they've not finished the flight sim yet. It's just a demo, like a demo sync they're showing at the moment. But they've had a pilot there today from British Airways, and a cabin crew member who's his other half, showing people around the cabin, which is brilliant. It's for the price of what they charge, I think it's cheap as chips basically for what you're going looking at and what you're doing. But yeah, if you know, it's been an epic day today. Mark's had an epic day from what I can gather. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Experience.
Yeah.
Do it
So
again,
as a person who's never seen the deck before, what did you think of it when you got there?
oh God, I think it's a lot to take in.
A lot to take in.
It's one thing seeing it on the telly, and obviously in video games, but when you see it in real life, you go.
What did you think of it, price wise though, for what it is?
Yeah, reasonably priced.
Yeah.
I think especially once like the flight simulator's up and running.
Yeah.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
Obviously, like thrill seekers and obviously aviation lovers, but
Well, yeah.
good all around.
Yeah, to me, they've done an absolute epic job with it. With that, going to get off home. Mark's had a cracking day then, haven't you?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself, mate. I've had an absolute belting day, and I'm going to get off home now and start, planning the next project. So I'll catch you later, guys. Take it easy. So guys, just arrived back home now from Barton Airport. What an absolute fantastic day it's been to be part of the launch day of the 747 deck. It's been fantastic. We managed to, as you see in the footage, we managed to get the interview with Drew, and we also got one with Mike as well. You know, thanks for George Manuel for doing that, taking the time out of the day to do them interviews. And we also, as you see in the footage, we got, which I didn't know was going on this day, they had the pilot who actually flew that 747. He flew one of the final flights of that aircraft, which was obviously, as you see in the vlog, basically it was absolutely brilliant to have that chat with him. Well, if you've not been, go down there. It really is, it's not that much money, it's free to park, and you know, you're not going to get to experience a 747 deck like that. It's far fantastic, and the other stuff that they've got around it as well as some of the layouts of the seats and the shop they've got there if you want to buy some bits. But yeah, it's, you know, the crew at Doors to Manual are so welcoming. They are absolute legends. They are brilliant. And you know what? You know, from when they said, when we spoke to Drew before, that if from January to this point they've got this and they've got this where it is now, it's absolutely epic. I can't wait to see the flight simulator properly. I say they just had the screens on today with just some ATC traffic and that in the background, and which was really good, really good. Give you a sense of feeling what it was like on the deck, on the cockpit of the deck. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog, guys, because you know it's the final part of it all coming together. Drew said at the end we had a chat, and he says when the simulator's up and running, they'll give me a shout to come back and have a look at it and have a taster session with them, which I can't wait. I can't wait to actually have a go at the simulator of that. That'll be absolutely fantastic. But shout out to Doors to Manual Day. You pulled it off. 5 weeks, turning that around was absolutely fantastic work, guys. You've done a fantastic job. You've done yourselves proud, and you should be proud of it. You know, well done. So I'm going to call it there. I'm going to get in the house now, chill out, unwind, and have a little drink. If you did like it, please drop a like, please drop a subscribe, leave a comment. It all helps towards growing this channel, and want to grow this channel as big as we can. So thank you very much for that. I'll sign off here, and I'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.